You could be sisters.
Yeah, I'm not shy. I came late. On the crowd. Very happy. You leave tomorrow?
T'as gardé? T'as gardé? Many thanks for being here tonight. A few thank you, first of all, to Pedro, because in a sense, thanks to him, we are inaugurating the conferences this year. We haven't had any conferences since a year ago, nearly. And we are planning to have one in just a few weeks, but here we go. We're starting earlier than expected, in a sense. I'm very curious to learn more about Silimili Duwila, because Pedro has got a very...
I will tell you something about him.
Pedro has got a very distinctive, a very specific and personal view. And then we're going to revisit last year's conference about Magellan from a different view through a cabin boy who was part of the crew 500 years ago, and it's quite interesting to see because he documented this as well. So we'll go through this thanks to Pedro about the historical aspect, and then through his own personal experience, going through the world in search of the new reality of the trip. Thank you to Anyati for hosting Pedro for a few days, helping us on that, helping you as well. And thank you again for attending tonight. I hope you enjoy, and then we'll definitely learn something about you, Pedro, on your trip.
Okay. And that is you want to explain a little bit who I am because we have a very good connected and
so it's a special request. Yeah. I'm not stealing your thunder, okay?
Thank you, because everybody knows.
Good evening. Assalamualaikum. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's serendipity. You might be curious how I have met Theo. I was in my garden, I was in my hat, in the boots, and I was playing this very loud Spanish music, and I was dancing like crazy on my own alone in my garden. And someone just came to me, hello, hola, hola, and I couldn't hear anything. And I'm like, hola, and so I had this reaction, like, who's this person? I was like, may I know who is the owner of this house? And I said, why? Is she Spanish? Because the music is just so loud, and I really think that, it would be good because I'm from Spain. I don't speak Spanish. Now it can it's a bit refreshing now. I can speak a little bit. I come from the south and the Philippines, and so we talked. And then after talking for some time, he told me that LOD is looking for a house to stay or an accommodation. I said, oh, you're not staying somewhere already? And okay, you can stay in my house. I have a spare room, and that's how it was. Like, I just invited a stranger into my home, and I got to know him. And he's such a nice person, and for the number of days, how long have you been staying with me? I lost count.
Like more than 2 weeks
More than
from
2
European
weeks.
house.
Yeah, I've been feeding him and he complained. He said, I will be double size when I leave. So, yeah, so he met the feeder. And so Theo has been telling me all this. I love history. So he told me about what happened with Magellan. And I introduced him to a very famous singer from Cebu, Yoyoy Villamin. So if you have heard of this song, this is very historical but very funny, with a very terrible accent. So I introduced him to
Cebu, very nice.
and then of course
very nice.
like others. So I'm so happy because I love history, and now he is actually showing us, going to show us different perspective of Magellan. And so, off to you.
Thank you very much. First, Magellan was died before the expedition arrived here, was hidden by Lapu-Lapu in Philippines. So here who really arrived, the captain who really arrived was called Elcano. Elcano was the really captain who made up the trip around the world. So sometimes many people don't know about Elcano, or they listen Magellan only made half around the world, half trip. So for that I try to share to the world, because I'm Basque, from the Basque country, from the north of Spain. We are all the civilization, all culture. And so my ancestor was Basque, Elcano was Basque, and the ship was made also, the sail around the world is building or made in my country, in the Basque country. So it's not a coincidence, I think. So I will start this, I will launch from here. I will be supported by 4 different ways. First, from a presentation will be with this explain. This is the title. That's me, the last trip around the world, because before I made another trip around the world of 5 years cycling by bike. And so that is, I think, the last tour, and then I did the title. It's enough for me. That is the title. So, and I following the wake of my ancestors, the coming waiters, by the look, by the vision of the humble seaman, like a cabin boy. Because the story always remember to the captain, the almirante, blah, blah, blah. But if there is no cabin boy, is not any expedition can be. So I will start. My captain was Juan Sebastian del Cano. I don't know if it's better to you read or I can explain, because my English is so sorry. I know it's horrible, but I will try. For that, I translate everything in English. So Juan Sebastian del Cano, or Elcano, there is not here, as he will be called centuries later. There is still some controversy about his name. He was natural of Getaria, Guipúzcoa, on the Basque Country. He was 32 years old, more or less, when he started the expedition. He kept a low profile in the first month as Grand Master of the Conception ship. It would be after leaving from Brunei when he will take control of the Victoria ship until they came back, with the other difficulty of having to avoid the routes. And so this decision was taken Elcano to go to go in the way of the Portuguese. In that time, the Portuguese, the herd was divided into sides. One is from Portuguese and the other one from Spanish. So there's 2 different routes, because there in the Moluccas Islands they speak 2 ships, were the Trinidad and the Victoria. And so one take the decision to go back to the same route that they came by the Ocean Pacific, and Elcano being the other one from the Portuguese route. This is the map. And now I will talk about the cabin boy, and I can say. So in Getaria is a big wheel for commemoration that trip around the world, and there was 18 names, because at the end of the trip around the world, they arrived to Sevilla they departed 5 ships with 265 men. And they arrived after the trip around the world only 18 men and only 1 ship, the Victoria now. But on the way, there is another 13 was imprisoned in the Cabo Verde island. So, and that plague is not the name of this 13, but it was given in Cabo Verde. So now it's changing that, and you can see the reflex of the, before was not the Pedro Tolosa name, for example, and now they put what we get a lot of documentation what is really happened, because it's the 5th centenary of the trip around the world. There is a lot of events. It's a national commission. This is the official flag of the National Commission of the 50th centenary, where we will pray and see. And this is the descendant of Ferdinand Magallanes, Manuel Vilas Boas, and we go his home to make an interview. So I try, but I have a lot of videos, and it's so difficult to. I will show you this one. This is a traditional dance from my town, from Tolosa. Si hay algún vídeo se queda corto. Pero bueno, se puede leer los subtítulos, ¿no? About the cabin boy of Tolosa, nobody knows very much. Only what he said, and we don't know only a few things, no? About the Pedro Tolosa. I put some of my pictures because we have no any documentation, so I follow it. Sometimes I feel like I'm his reincarnation. So I put the picture of my dear this time. So Juan Sebastian, the training ship of the Spanish Navy is called also Juan Sebastian Elcano, and this is, I went there so many times. The other picture, this one, is in Sevilla, in the Golden Tower, the 10th of August of 2019. So, an exceptional witness and protagonist of the events that took place throughout the journey. He was with Elcano, the only Guipuzcoan to carry out the first navigation. After they start in Sevilla, the expedition, they go down the Guadalquivir River. They start in 10th of August, but they stay in San Lucas de Barrameda 1.5 months more to prepare all the things. No? And this, in 500 years later, they make like a representation with the clothes for that time. So that's what we went. So this song from another presentation of Fernando Magallanes, and I say to him, take care, Fernando. It's a joke because Magallanes was a little bit. The cabin boys were apprentices between 17 and 20 years old, who were in charge of cleaning the yards and gathering the sails, rowing the boats, loading and unloading the merchandise, supplies, firewood and water, and putting out the fire. So this is also a replica of the Nau Victoria in the Strait of Magallanes. So in that times also the cabin boys is called in Spain the carajo. This is the cofa up here. was here. So imagine the Strait of Magallanes, the wind, the cold, and everything, but there's no Magallanes out there. It was the Caribbean way. And this is the clothing of the Basque seamen in the 16th century. Upon reaching the age of 20, they received a document signed by the chief officer that accredited them as a sailor. They earned 800 maravedis per month, equivalent to 800 euros today, 400 less than this. When I went in Chile, a training ship called Esmeralda. Is also, they call the brother of the Juan Sebastián Elcano training ship from Spanish, is the same construction. That the captain gave me a medal, and I put this picture because I feel like I came a sailor with the same contest. And this is well, from a cabin boy to pantry. After crossing the Atlantic and the Pacific in Cebu, Philippine Island, the destiny of Pedro Tolosa took a significant turn when he dies of illness. On April 10, 1521, the steward of Victoria, Juan de Aroche from Huelva. The man from Tolosa became the steward of the ship. This is an unusual occurrence that will denote his capability. This position belonged to the rank of non-commissioned officer, along with the petty officer and the bailiff. He was responsible for the food and water, and the only one with keys to the house. Everything related to food control was of great importance on the expedition. This is in the copy, also in the copy of the Victoria in Arenas family. But when the Portuguese discovered that they came from the Moluccas, they arrested 13 expeditionaries, among whom was Pedro Tolosa. Elcano managed to escape with the remaining crew members. This is in the south of Chile, also in the Puerto del Hambre, this is a letter that Elcano, when arrived to Sevilla, he sent to the Carlos Joaquin to make the men from Tolosa remained imprisoned in Cape Verde, later going to the Lisbon prison. Thanks to the letters sent by Elcano to the king and the steps taken by him, the prisoners were released a few months later, returning to Seville. In this city, Pedro Tolosa was paid the liquidation of his salary. He received 528,000 euros Israeli maravedis for 3 years and 28 days of expedition. As documentary reference we have of Pedro Tolosa corresponds to his participation in the Junta de Badajoz on May 23, 1524, in the debate between Portugal and Spain to determine who the Moluccas belonged to. 5 of the 6 Basques who went around the world took part in it. Tolosa testified along with Elcano, Acuña, Larraqui, and Zubileta to prove Castile's right to possession of Maluco. In the declaration, which he did not sign because he didn't know how to do it, he stated that he had seen Carlos I on different occasions. So it seems that he was received by the emperor on several occasions. This is the last information about Pedro Tolosa. So now I will change something more funny. So you ask, who is this robot? This robot is called Sirimiri. Was by from a very personal story, and he is the first robot reporter. We are traveling around the world in the last 10 years, and so it's funny. We make an interview. You can see how the people talk with him. We make pictures with him, and I will make a little bit introduction of him with a short movies. If you want to know, it's not an academic conference. You can see it's a little bit mix of them this time. So here is the title of our website and what we feel and the sound of the world. This is our big project that we are really working for a long time ago. It's called the Sirimiri Robot Studio. This we want to buy a TV studio for disabled children with robots. So they can control this studio and they can make their own movies or the news or TV programs. So a project that we will show you. So the idea is to make a TV studio where the disabled people now with the technology they can control the computer by the eyes, by different systems, and they can operate with robots. This way the city media started, this is made with Lego robots, and they can be a cameraman. So by this way in this studio, so not only disabled people, even children or kids, they can make their own TV programs or they can make movies. Or it's one day we so between the robots to operating the cameras. And there is when every TV channel needs a robot reporter. That is when it's born in Sydney to make the reports around the world. So I will show you, this can you read by yourself, what is the main reason of Sydney? Well, this is a movie we have in San Sebastian, it's a close city of my hometown, it's the International Film Festival. Can you know how popular and famous is in my hometown? He's the director of the International Film Festival. The red carpet, yeah. And I will show you one more, but this is in Asia. It's funny. I hope. I will show you this is very, very interesting. In this, you can see, this is where you can find a lot of information. This, I think, now is the best work made about the first round of the world. I try to put in English, but I don't know what it is. And you can see the story, all the maps, the travel, all the information. This is a beautiful work if you are interested to know better. It's in English, but now in Google Earth, because here is all the information day by day, and the information, the points, the cruise guide, is beautiful. I will show you. I have this one, but I have no time to keep here the 500 years ago, the point where we stay, you know, Sinimiri, Tolosa in 2020, after Madrid, after Sevilla. So this is the trip what the expedition they made, and this is the trip until now what we are already made. It is from Spain to Canary Island, was following the travel. After we went in the Rio de Janeiro, and after we went in the Rio de la Plata between Uruguay and Argentina. After we went all the Patagonia, Argentina, Patagonia, even the Chile, Patagonia also. We went in February and March of 2022, and we crossed, this is the Strait of Magallanes, but then this was discovery Magallanes and the Strait. This is the commemoration of the now Victoria. They make a representation. We went there.
So, Pedro, did you start expedition from Philippines?
Sorry?
Did you start expedition from Philippines?
Who? No, I start from Sevilla.
From Sevilla.
Yes, in the 10th of August of 2019. So then I Sevilla, San Lucas, Canary Island, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Rio de la Plata, in Uruguay, and so all the same route. This is the South America route. And now I'm traveling around the Borneo, then I will go to Philippines, Indonesia, Molucca Island, South Africa, Cabo Verde, and then I will go back to Spain 7th of September of this year. So with the COVID, it was difficult to, it was very difficult to get permission to cross the border, but I'm international, I have the international press card. So with them, like an essential worker, I get some permission to cross the border, and that was so difficult. I went in Sevilla. There was events is coming people in the 10th of August is the day 500 years later. There is events, army parade, we have the church, so many things. But I think there will be a lot of ships to go down to the Guadalquivir River, but it was only 2. So imagine if it's something like that in France or in the United States, a commemoration, I don't know, like some special. No? For that I feel a little bit sad, like that is no. Sometimes the Spanish we have problem with our story, or I don't know exactly what happened, because we have great history, I think. But we have some complex or something like that about our story. So then I tried to go down the river, but there was only 2 ships. I had no space to go with them to the San Lucas de Barrameda, was the next stop. So I meet with a special man, has connection with the family king of Spain. He's called Álvaro de Marichalar, he is famous. He has a Guinness record with the jet foil he drive a jet foil he made from Russia to Japan. So he has a. So I meet with him, and I say, okay, Alvaro, I know because before I was a paparazzi in my work. And you can see how I work. I work with a camera, 360 camera, and you can see sometimes like a crazy man. This is when I start the trip to sail my trip in that was when it's so hard to go back in a jet foil because life is difficult. From there, I go from the Sanlúcar de Barrameda to the Canary Island by ferry, because it was that time. So I use ferries, boats, flights, everything what I can to go across, to make my videos and to be different. Because at the end, this whole material will be a documentary. This is my personal view, but all the material will be in 360 and virtual reality to see here, to see with the glasses. And this technology that is coming. Yes, you can see like this. Sorry. This is the how you can see in the. So you can see Santiago del Costa. This when the ship was there, but this beautiful image. Also the Spanish training, the Navy training ship of the Spanish Army, they also made the travel around the world with the same. And we meet here in the Canary Island. This was amazing for me. How was it was so windy and the ocean was literally furious. La Graciosa Island is also in the Canary Island. So after Canary Island, we arrived in Rio de Janeiro. Just in January of 2020, This is Instituto Cervantes. It's like the area francais, but it's a cultural center what they has all around the world. And I asked to a historiador. Because some people in Spain, they ask me when they have doubt about the places where really, for example, in this case, this man, Thomas Maffon, who has the website or Ruta Alcano, he asked me, I think it's not, there is not a really to Rio de Janeiro to the Bahia of Sepetiba. They have the idea is changing, it's a different place, no? Because with my camera, I'm shooting the different, I made the location. So this I am asking to the historiador about how in la expedición llegaron a la bahía de Guanabara o a la bahía de Sepetiba.
Não, com certeza eles chegaram à Baía de Guanabara porque o piloto que conduziu a frota para dentro da Bahia, o João Lopes de Carvalho, trabalhou na feitoria é muito interessante.
And then my friend said this is not right. Then I go to another place, but it's the Bahia of Guanabara, and I go to shoot, and I think it's the Guanabara.
Já comerciava
This is another project. What is this Spanish sailors? There is an association they call the Friends of the Great Sailors and Explorators of Spanish sailors and sailors of Spain. So this ship now is in Fiji. They make so the same. We meet in Sevilla, Rio de Janeiro. There is businessmen, politicians, blah, blah. So we meet in Rio de Janeiro last time, and now they are in Fiji. So I'm also a member of that association, but to go in we go to them because they have different etapas. How is it in English? Stage, no? In different stages they change the crew. And now they are going from Fiji to Guam Island, it's the Marianas Island. And they have to go to be part of the crew, you need to pay 3,000 euros for a stage. But I tell you, business people, it's expensive. So, but this time, I give you an exclusive. This time they have no crew to go from Fiji to Guam. So my idea in the beginning was to leave from here, from Borneo to Philippines, then Philippines, Indonesia. But I didn't cross the Ocean Pacific. I didn't sail on the Pacific Ocean. So now they call me, they knew a crew. So they didn't charge me money. So I don't go to Philippines. So I will fly 13 of June to Fiji, and I will stay with them 1 month until Guam Island. So for our cabin boy, that can be very beautiful. And this is a video when we meet in Rio de Janeiro. Señor Paola Suta, Rio de Janeiro. Paola Suta. So, and from there, from Rio de Janeiro, well, we dance a little bit in Rio de Janeiro, of course. It was in the Copacabana Beach. That is a festival. 250,000 people in a week. It was 2020, January.
No COVID there?
And also in Rio de Janeiro, I don't like to talk about politics, but in Brazil, for me, it's a very special one. In South America, for me, it's two very important politicians. One is in Brazil, Lula da Silva. In Uruguay, is Pepe Mujica. You know them? No? It's very important.
Yes.
Okay. So, in that time in Rio de Janeiro, there was the 40th anniversary of the World Party. So I get I go inside. I go there because for me it was. I don't like to talk about politics, but sometimes I need to explain. So this is Lula da Silva. You can see this is noisy. Yeah? Who is here? People not prepared, los cuales was in prison. I think will be the next president. From Sao Paulo, we go more to the south in Brazil, in la Praia de Lagoa in Floripa. It's swimming in the river, a beautiful place. Between close to the Uruguay border. So in Uruguay, there is when bring me I start the pandemic, the COVID-19. So then I went there and I meet with young people, very nice people, and I went there with like 3 months so I will make something like that. And we were in a beautiful house with my friend Diego. So happy. So I was play a song. We're working on the beautiful house is built by an Italian architect with eco construction. I've been there for 3 months, really nice time. So we go fast. Okay, from there, this is like they make a job here. They can come from the ocean. He's sailing. I think like this is the Spanish soil. So it's not, you see my story is not academic. I try to play with the time, with the story, so with the people, with imagination. So, because I think to the young people and the kids to know this expedition, all the events, for example, in Spain, there are academic by historical person, or you know, and for them you can teach like that this story. So I think this is a nice way. It's funny. welcome. I'm from Tolosa. Okay, this is the way. It's also about the tribal people, the local people. I like to show. This is a temazcal. It's a traditional bath for the Indians. It's very healthy. It's in all in South America, even Mexico, that the tribal people they use the temazcal. One thing what we make in Sao Paulo, we try to make something with the kids, with the poor people and the kids. Here was they make food for the poor people in Sao Paulo. So we went with them, so Paulas Manas they call, they make a beautiful job with the kids.
Erano 300, 400, sì, o sea que trabajo.
Chef from Sao Paulo.
Yo creo la ocupación.
So this is
Ya están haciendo cosas.
food places in Sao Paulo. Waiting for food. After from Brazil, Argentina was closed by the pandemic. So in one moment was open Chile. So then I bring a flight to Chile because the Magallanes Strait is Chilean most of it. So then I go from Valparaiso on the Patagonia, the Chilean Patagonia, until the. So then I meet with the Contralmirante Victor Sanelli, and we meet. He helps us much. Also with Silvio.
Hacer entrega del diseño de tu almirante Victor Sanelli.
Y mira, sí, que lo llevaremos con nosotros en nuestro viaje, porque muchísimo
Un abrazo fuerte.
Eso viene de Uruguay,
They give a
de
message
la
stone
amatista
from Brazil.
los amatistas no mayas y que la regalada Sirimiri, te parte también por el garrafinico del pros, como parte que somos todos un equipo que estamos.
¿Está filmando?
Sí.
Ah, y mando un saludo también a Pepe, a Juan Manuel, a todos mis amigos del PROS, con la esperanza de encontrarme pronto con ellos y que nos recuperemos de esta pandemia y esta piedra nos va a traer buenos augurios. Así que quiero ver al PROS.
Muy bueno, so in the
El capitán de
the
navio
captain.
Oscar Gonzalo Sanguinetti, doy la bienvenida a vos por esta escuela y para mí es un privilegio tener la oportunidad de contarte que este buque, que hace un crucero del año que recién pasó en 2020, tuvo como parte de la actividad en la celebración de los 500 años
This is the map of the Magallanes.
del cruce del estrecho de Magallanes, el descubrimiento por el mar de Magallanes. Este buque
Also, we love to meet with the. We try to see the will stay with the poor people. This is the, ¿cómo se dice mendigo? El poeta mendigo. So we some food, some things. He has right on the ground the policy.
Cuando tienen 2 meses solo, Los pantalones, pues mira, ahora que no es veranito, igual que se dice, ¿no?
This is funny, but I think maybe it will be the last. It's 8:30. This we found the pirates in the Strait of Magallanes. I don't know what we feel about this.
Resulta que después de haber recorrido las tierras de Brasil, Paraguay, Chile, hemos recorrido los canales patagónicos, hemos recorrido incluso Magallanes, estamos ya desesperados que habíamos perdido nuestra nave y de repente ahora encontramos la nave, compa.
Like we found again the now Victoria after we lose. Like,
Vamos a ver quién está en la nave Victoria. Esto es un momento mágico. Jamás pensamos que íbamos a encontrar la nave. Vamos, jamás. Ya lo damos perdido. Sabíamos que el rato de Magallanes iba a aparecer, iba a aparecer. Y ahí nos encontramos con la nave Victoria. Vamos a ver si encontramos a nuestros compañeros por ahí. Qué emoción, qué maravilla. Mira la nave.
fantastic copy of the now Victoria.
Pero, ¿de qué salís vestido, compañero? No me lo puedo ni creer. ¿Está tomada la nave por unos piratas? No. Si sois piratas como nosotros, ¡wow! Y encima bebéis brebajes. ¡Ay, este señor nuestros! ¡Qué maravilla! No, no vengáis con violencia. Somos piratas cariñosos. No queremos violencia. Ay, creo bien que cocinaba, ¿no? ¿Ay? Ah, pues. Anda, patapalo, paso el tiempo sin verte, güey. Ah, hemos tomado la nave. No, vamos a sacar los brebajes y a comer los corotos de mi pueblo. ¡Hija!
We have a dinner there, we have a nice camp.
Bueno, sí, pues vete, pero... ¿Cómo?
I was so happy.
Pirata, este sí. El primer robot reportero que llevamos 10 años viajando por el mundo. Y bueno, estamos contando la ruta de la que no
So, and I cook from Tolosa dishes. So, I think I have so much more videos that I can play. Now to the Philippines, to Fiji, just trying to finish this ground war. I hope you like it. Sorry for my English. So sorry. That's all. Next time I hope I can explain better. We have a beautiful language in Spanish, so I try to do my best with this interview.
See, because by the time